Howdy, this is Mr. Justice, and I wanted to show you how you can use Google Sheets to complete this interpreting age structure diagrams assignment that I gave to you. First thing that I would do is make a copy of this. It's going to be a little confusing, I get it. So I'm just going to make a quick little copy. I just selected it, Command C, you can go up here and edit to copy and then just paste it, right? Just to have it, just second set. I'll tell you why in a minute. Well, I'll tell you right now. The reason why is because in order for us to make a age structure diagram with the males on the left of our graph, like the age structure diagrams that you've seen before, and the females on the right, in order to be able to do that, we're going to make these numbers, the male numbers, negative. Or think about it, right? We're going to have a number line on our x-axis. The positive numbers will be the females, the negative numbers will be the males. You might wonder to yourself, well, why? How is it possible to have a negative population? It's not. We're just doing this because what we need to do is format the numbers so that our age structure pyramid looks correct. So I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to go through each of these males and I'm going to add a negative symbol to it. Right, you can see right away why I made another copy here because I'd like to have the positive versions too. Anyway, I'll be back with all of these turned negative in a moment. All right, so now that I have all of the males negative, the only reason we did that again is to push the bars. We're going to make a bar graph. Push the bars on to the left for the males and on the right for females. So here's how you do that. Watch. I'm going to select these columns, including the names of the columns up here. And I'll come to Insert and go to Chart. Google will likely find that you're trying to make a bar graph or a bar chart, which is exactly what we just did right here, right? Hey, notice that you can like change the title of this, come up with a better title than male and female. You might want to mention that, I mean, this is the title really, population by age and sex for Japan in 2010. That could go right there too. You could even format some of those chart titles and axes as well. I wanted to show you too, so that there you go, right? We've got an age structure diagram with females on the right, males on the left, and we've got those labeled up at the top as well. So the reason why I wanted us to have a second data set up here, one that's all positive, is because we can actually use these numbers now to calculate percentages and all that good stuff, right? Let me show you how to do that. So we can make the a spreadsheet do math for us, all right? It all starts with the equal sign. So take a look. I'm going to put my mouse here where I want my numbers to go, where I want my calculation to go, right there. I'm going to take my finger and type equals. So I want the number in this area right here in that cell to be equal to, and then I've got to come up with an equation for it, a formula for it. Actually, it's kind of helping me out a little bit. I want to count up the sum of G5 to G24. So take a look, it's already suggested it for me. Nice and simple. If I didn't want to click on the suggestion, what I can do too is just type in sum, and then I want to tell the spreadsheet that I want the sum between G5, which is 61,507, that number and all of the numbers all the way down to G24, which you can't see, but it's right here. So I'm going to type in G5 colon G24, end parentheses, push enter, and it will calculate. So the total number of males in Japan in 2010 is 61,791,272. Let's do the same thing for females. This, and we'll type in sum, parentheses, we'll go from, looks like H5 colon to H24, end parentheses, enter. Good. Hey, what was the total population? Well, the total population right here was males plus females. So what if we just did that right here, right? In fact, we can put that there, equals. We're going to say, well, let's see, where that number 61,791,272 is found in cell G25. So I'm going to type in G25 plus, well, let's see, H25, which is that number 64,961,609. So that's going to be H25. Boom. Not bad, right? Hey, if we wanted to figure out all of the number of males ages 0 to 19, what we can do is, well, what if we put this number right here? I'm going to say some males 0 to 19. How about we put it in the cell next to it? So I'm going to say this is equal to, well, let's see, let's say sum of, I'm looking here, G21. So I want G21 to G24. So C21 colon G24. Boom. Cool, right? Hey, what percentage? Think about this. We can calculate percentages, can't we? What percentage of the population is males 0 to 19 of the total population of all of them, right? Think about this for a minute. What's the percentage? What's the percent male 0 to 19? Let's put the answer right here. Well, how do we figure out percentages? It's the part over the whole, right? Take a look. Here's the part. There's 11,791,814 men ages 0 to 19 out of a total of 126,752,881. Or in other words, let's write a formula. Equals, always start with the equal sign. Equals K21. So the number found in cell K21, let's say K21, divided by the number found in I25, or this one right here, I25. Enter. Take a look. That doesn't look like a percent yet until I select it. And take a look. I can actually turn it into a percent with some of these handy little buttons right up here. Take a look. 9.3%. Pretty cool. So you can use a spreadsheet to do some of this math for you. If you mess up or you start clicking on other stuff and you're like, what is happening? Don't, just push enter and then delete it. And you can start over again. All right. Actually, I don't want to start over. Take a look. You can also access it too up here. Notice, right? See this FX? This is where you can also access those different formulas too. So if you made a mistake, you say, oh, I meant to say I-24 or whatever, you can do that and make those changes in this area of our spreadsheet too. All right, that should be helpful to you, I'm hoping. Let me know if you have any questions.